So what's happening? Yeah, what's happening?
Well, in 40 years, Emmerdale has endured floods, plane crashes and a dangerous siege, but this week is set to its most explosive ever as Debbie and Pete prepare to say, I do. But will it be happily ever after? Matthew Wolfenden is giving us a sneaky look behind the scenes to find out. You see, you can argue. I'm just going to do the thing.
I love behind the scenes.
This is brilliant. Matthew's done such a good job. Let's have a look.
Hi guys, Matthew Wolfenden here, and today I am taking this morning to the wedding that sees my girlfriend get married to another man. But don't worry, all is well in the Wolfenden household. For tonight's episode of Emmerdale sees my real-life partner Charlie Webb in character as Debbie Dingle, strolling down the aisle with Pete Barton, played by Anthony Quinlan. But, with this being a soap, events leading up to this momentous day haven't been smooth. Here's a recap for you. Debbie and Pete are about to get married, but Debbie fancies Pete's brother Ross and has been sleeping with him. She plans on cancelling the wedding and running off with Ross, and has even gone so far as to write a letter to Pete confessing everything. Meanwhile, Ross, the scoundrel, has had a baby with Debbie's mum, Charity. Upon finding out that Ross is the baby's father, Debbie is devastated and dumps Ross, and is now trying desperately to keep her affair from Peter as she wants to marry him again. Got that? Good. Then let's begin. First up, it's time for me to interview my girlfriend on her wedding day. Weird. There's a lot of balls to keep up in the air for Debbie today. Do you think she's going to manage it?
Well, I hope so. Who knows, though, because there is, like you say, a lot of things that could go wrong here.
Main question, who does Debbie actually love? Does she love Ross? Does she love Pete?
Come on, you stood next to me now.
Come on. I think she loves both of them. Debbie likes a bad boy and Ross is exciting.
It's been very domesticated, hasn't it, with Debbie and Pete, especially with the baby coming into it as well, with Moses.
Which is
coming in.
good because, you know, she's got children and she does want that safe lifestyle, but Debbie's not a safe character.
And that she isn't, as she's still not sure Pete is the right one for her. She was on the verge of running away with Ross right up until she found out that he was the father of her mother's child.
Oh, so you know you're holding his kid, do you?
And that kind of revelation can put any romance on the skids.
Debbie finds that out a few days before the wedding and it changes everything. And then that's Ross written out of her mind and she's focusing on marrying Pete and that's it.
So do you think she's just marrying Pete just for convenience?
No, I don't think she's marrying Pete
Poor
for convenience. Poor Pete. She wants to marry Pete, you know, and now she thinks that she's made the right decision.
So it seems Debbie and Pete are set to live happily ever after, right? Well, not according to this lot.
Happily ever after in Soapland. Are you joking me?
Oh, it's going to be disastrous.
If there's a happy ever after, it's only for about 3 seconds.
God, these soap actors are all doom and gloom. Fortunately, I caught up with Anthony Quinlan, who had some slightly more positive news for me. Are Debbie and Pete going to actually make it down the aisle? So is this what you've just been filming? Well, I've just dragged you off set. This is what you've just been filming.
Yeah, we've had quite a busy morning, but yeah, they do make it down the aisle. Obviously, I can't give too much away, but it was about time. It was about time. I mean, Pete is absolutely besotted by Debbie. Such a happy day, but there's a few surprises in store, to say the least.
There is. Yes, it's one thing getting down the aisle, but stopping your scorned brother from interrupting your wedding reception by revealing his affair with your new wife is a problem faced by so many these days.
There's a big kind of hoo-ha on the wedding day with...
Now, when you say hoo-ha...
Well, hoo-ha in that there's one... Hoo-ha. There's one moment where the Ross-Debbie affair kind of comes out, and then there's a helicopter that comes over and seems to just land on the building.
Hang on, helicopter? Yes, it turns out that just because this tension-filled wedding isn't quite dramatic enough, tonight's episode is also going to see a spectacular disaster hit the village.
No!
Of course, Emmerdale is no stranger to a catastrophic calamity. After all, this little village has seen plane crashes, fires and storms, to name a few. But will this disaster live up to the Emmerdale reputation?
It's going to be big. It's going to be a very big disaster. People are going to die.
There's a helicopter and there's a village hall with a lot of people in it.
Right, OK, and
You
that's
do
as
the
much
maths.
as you can give away.
It's going to be messy. It's going to be messy and some people may not come out of it.
The scenes that you are filming now are literally moments before the helicopter crashes into the building.
Exactly, it's all la-di-da-di-da-di-da, then I can imagine, bang.
So a helicopter is due to crash into Debbie and Pete's wedding reception and lives will be lost. But whose? Well, I'm using my insider influence to get this top-secret information out of the cast. Who dies?
I can't say,
Just whisper to me.
I can't say that.
Who's going to die?
No way.
I couldn't possibly give it away.
I think there was a couple of birds as the helicopter comes down.
So who's going to die?
No, we can't tell you that. You need to watch it.
Oh, come on, you can tell
No,
me.
sorry, gotta go. Bye.
No, listen. Come on, I'm a cast member, you can tell. I'll get out. OK, seems my insider influence isn't quite as strong as I thought it was. And with Pete and Debbie finally making it down the aisle, the burning question remains. Will they live happily ever after? You're going to have to watch and find out.
Oh, you tease, Matthew Wolfenden.
No, he's
What
a better
tease.
man than me. I couldn't turn up watching you filming, being personal with another man.
Couldn't you? Would you get jealous?
I would.
You don't normally get jealous.
I would. I
like that. I'm going to set that up.
So I think that was fair play to Matthew doing that.
I know, we must say congratulations to them in real life, of course, because Charlie Webb is pregnant.
Yes,
as
congratulations,
well.
both of you.
It's going to be amazing. I've watched it. I have to say, it's almost biblical. We mentioned the helicopter crash there, but there's a whole chain of events that have consequences. The wedding is just one tiny part of it. It's going to be a total disaster in the village. People's lives are going to be torn apart. It's brilliant. It is
Do you
so
know
good.
who?
I do, and I'm going to be like, I was going to say, I'm not going to tell you anything, not even if you talk to me. But it's one thing I can say, because I saw Ryan Thomas last night, and he said his brother, Adam, who plays Adam as well in Emmerdale, we saw a little clip of him there trapped in the car. Apparently it was so hot, he was fighting to get out and screaming, get me out of here. They were doing their own stunts.
Wow.
Really good stuff. And starts 7 o'clock tonight on all week.
Well, you've whipped us up into a frenzy.
I'll be back later to whip you again with the rest of the
Yes,
soapbox
that's not all.
Good, good.
I thought.